I don't know about you, but I am struggling with technology. I've got text neck, I got Zoomitis, I got Zoom fatigue. My head is ringing right now. The computer makes me anxious, but I also have a solution. I'll teach you the 7 most powerful acupressure points to put you in charge. And you could do a little treatment for yourself right now. I'm inviting you to do this treatment with me. I'll give you the 7 points. Do you have headache? It helps with headache. Sinus, irritability, cuts through the stress, creates calm. You could put it to the test today. There's research that supports this. By the way, if you're with child, if you're pregnant, ask your obstetrician before you do these points. And if you bruise easily, possibly this is not the program for you, but you could use these 7 most powerful points. They've been used for thousands and thousands of years. Just stimulate a point with your thumb or your index finger. I'd like you to do this with me. And there's a point right here. It's called the yin tang point. And you could stimulate it. It's right between the eyebrows. It's yin tang. And go ahead and stimulate that right now from 1 to 2 minutes. And you could do that because it helps with anxiety, stress. It creates calm. It helps with memory, helps with sinus. It is the 3rd eye in the east, so it's a powerful point. It's the way into the unconscious. If you remember nothing else from this program, you'll remember yin tang and start to use that. You could use that right now to reduce stress at any computer terminal, your cell phone, at some Zoom meeting. Your boss will think, well, he's really focused. He's really concentrating on the meeting today. Hegu, or LI4, large intestine 4. They have funny names, but you could stimulate that for pain anywhere in the body. Go ahead and stimulate Hegu. You find it by bringing your fingers together, that high point where the flesh is. You could stimulate that, and that helps with headache pain anywhere in the body. You can use Hegu. It's often added to other points. And give yourself a treatment right now. Let's see if acupressure works for you, because it releases pain-relieving chemicals in the body like endorphins and enkephalins that occupy opioid receptors. So you might feel more calm after this program. And Hegu helps with jaw pain. Feng Qi is at the base of the skull. If you interlace your fingers and you bring your thumbs apart, do this with me now, you'll find a ridge under your skull. And if you go along that ridge and you keep your thumbs apart, about 2 inches apart, and you find the ridge and you find where the muscles connect, that is Feng Qi. It's at the base of the skull. It helps with headache. If you're a migraine sufferer, this is a powerful point. Don't push the point so hard that you hurt. It should be somewhere between pleasure and pain. It may be a little tender back there, so take it easy. It helps with dry eyes. If you get dry eye at the computer. The next point is Shang Zhang. You can count down 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 spaces between the ribs. There's a point right here. For the men, it's at the level of the nipples. Ladies, count down 4 intercostal spaces or between the ribs. And you can stimulate that. Go ahead and stimulate that with your index finger or your thumb to create peace. It's a tender point. You'll find it on your sternum. It creates peace and calm. Helps heart. If you have heart problems, it helps the heart. So these are valid acupressure points. And the next points I'm going to use are the shoulder well points. And they're found at the top, the mound, where everyone holds tension here. And if you put your fingers on your shoulders, you'll find the shoulder well points, or the Janjing points, and you can relieve stress and pain and even help with stomach problems. And that just feels good. Go ahead and rub the Jan-Jing points. They're at the top of the shoulder. You know you found it because there'll be knots there usually. Almost everyone has knots there. Just because we walk around with our shoulders in our ears, and the computer makes it worse. The shoestring point helps with carpal tunnel syndrome. It's found at the crease where the wrist meets the hand. There's a crease there right in the middle. It's the shoestring point. You could stimulate that right now. These are good computer stress cutting points, and stimulate that with me. It helps with carpal tunnel syndrome. If these fingers are going numb, this is a great point to use. If you're having trouble with your fingers going numb, you could stimulate shoestring right now, and it lets love in. Everybody needs a little love in their life. This is an exotic point. I'll teach the last point, number 7. These are 7 points. It's right at the top of the skull. It's the Hui point. You could tap that right now. Tap that right now because it helps with headache. It helps with stress. It helps with dizziness. It helps with energy. It helps with forgetfulness. It helps you not to go nuts at the computer terminal. So you could stimulate that because it cuts through anxiety. You learn the 7 most powerful points at the computer terminal. Number 1, yin tang, anxiety, stress, calm, memory, sinus. Li4 or hegu is the second point I taught for headache, pain anywhere in the body. It's just a wonderful point. If you're constipated or backed up, it helps that too. It helps with jaw pain. It's the most common point in acupressure. It's a powerful point. We talked about Feng Qi and finding it, so you'll be able to find it. In fact, I would click on save on this video because you want to come back to it again and again just to deal with the computer. If you have dry eyes, Feng Qi is good. It's good for that. Shang, Zhang, they all have exotic names for heart health, calm, peace. The shoulder well points. Jan Jing helps with stomach. The shoestring point helps with carpal tunnel syndrome. That's the 6th one. And the Bai Hui point to raise your level of energy. Don't go crazy at the computer. Share if you care. Like, comment, subscribe. And I'll be back with something powerful and positive for you and yours.